Hey Aries, I'm here to do your reading for you. Before I do, thank you so much to all the people who've liked, shared and watched my videos. Love and like to each and every one of you. Okay Aries darling, remember this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and throw it out, which doesn't never give you power away to a tarot reader because the stars collide, but you decide. And we're looking today, darlings, at your present and your future energies, bearing in mind that time is fluid, so you may get this message today, tomorrow, in a few days' time, but nonetheless, if this message finds you, there's a distinct possibility it's for you. So without further ado, let's play some tarot. Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters, can we have a true accurate reading please for Aries, star sign Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus pertaining to Aries, present energies, Aries, future energies, and with regards to Aries, health, wealth and LOVE, love. Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters, any messages please for Aries, star sign Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, any messages from hereafter for Aries in the here and the now. Wagwan, with our gorgeous Aries, we've got the star card to start us off, major arcana, absolutely gorgeous. Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters, any messages please for Aries, star sign Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Somebody's been dreaming there. Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters, any messages for Aries, star sign Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Any messages from hereafter for Aries in the here and the now. Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters, any messages? The present energies, oh gorgeous, gorgeous. We've got the Sun card, another major arcana, beautiful. Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters, any messages please for Aries, star sign Aries, Sun, Moon, and the King of Cups. Ooh, very nice. Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters, any messages please for the future of Aries, star sign Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. What's going on with our gorgeous Aries at the moment? Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters, any messages please for Aries, star sign Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. We've got the Two of Wands. Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters, any messages please for Aries, star sign Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. We've got the Five of Swords. Wow. Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters, any messages please for Aries, star sign Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Any messages from hereafter for Aries in the here and the now. Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters, any messages please for Aries, star sign Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Any messages pertaining to the future of our gorgeous Aries. There she blows. We've got the Queen of Cups. The King and Queen of Cups there. Oh, we got soulmates in the house. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, darlings. The overall energy is the King of Wands. Ooh. And the overall outcome, sweethearts, is the Eight of Wands. Absolutely gorgeous. Communication. Okay, darling, stick around because I am going to clarify all this shortly. But nonetheless, we've got the makings of a beautiful reading here for you today on this beautiful Sunday morning here in the UK. And it's very, very cold and wet over here. I hope you've got the sunshine where you are, darlings. I really do. Okay, stick around because I am going to clarify all this shortly, unless we've got the makings of a beautiful reading. We've got your present energies hither, future energies thither, overall energy, overall outcome. The overall energy of this reading I'm sensing here is your divine masculine, or that masculine figure in your life, darlings, male or female, it matters not, but that masculine half of a twin flame or a soulmate energy. This reading I'm sensing here is more about them than about you. I'm getting here, this is what is going on with your significant other and not necessarily you. Okay, darlings, but to have this strong character in your life, and especially seeing the King and Queen of Cups, we've definitely got soulmates in the house here. We've definitely got a twin flame reading on the go here. But this person is very, very adept at what they do, very professional, very, very charming. But be careful, because the King of Wands he's so very... he's malleable. He's a very, very malleable character. You know, he can, he can sit in the gutter with the tramps and get on with those people, but he could also sit and eat, drink tea and eat cake with the Queen. He's very malleable. What's the word? I was going to say reptilian. But he's a bit of a shapeshifter. You know, he can move from one situation to the other because he is so very, very charming. But be careful with those energies. It's his natural way to be. You know, so you must never get jealous of her if you've got a King of Wands in your life. He's just a malleable person, and he's got, a message spread. He's very he's very mystical, very magical man in your life. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, lady, change roles as we see fit. Okay, darlings, now, I can see here from your present energies, somebody's been dreaming, and I think they've been dreaming about you. That's the energy I'm getting. I think this other person has had dreams about you. You could have actually shared dreamscape with this other person, but this person is the other half of a twin flame relationship, and they're sort of looking at your world and dreaming of a future together with you. So pay attention to your dreams, and especially if you've dreamt about that significant other in your life. But this other person has certainly been dreaming about you and how they fit into your world world, especially if we're dealing with twin flames there. How gorgeous is that? Now, with the Sun card here, I think the light's going to be shed on a situation. There's been some kind of a conflict with your significant other here, and I think there is going to be more conflict. There's going to be more conflict between you, and I think it's almost like the both of you, when you're set to argue with each other, it's almost like you reach stalemate all the time. I'm actually getting, thank you, Spirit, that nobody will admit the truth. Nobody's admitting how they feel. So I'm getting here somebody who's keeping the feelings to themselves. Maybe you're mirroring each other, but the light is going to be shed on this, and I'm hoping that there's going to be an end to that conflict. But again, we'll learn more in clarification, and we've got some super duper. You two absolutely adore each other, whether it's in dreamscape, whether it's in real life or not. And I'm being told here that both of you should perhaps be concentrating on any humanitarian work that you could be doing, because the King and Queen of Cups together is a gorgeous soulmate dynamic, or a twin flame, whoever you're dealing with. You know, there's your king, not telling you that he loves you. We know you're in some kind of conflict with them, or you're going to be, but the light's going to be shed on that. And of course, this is you, darling. How radiant are you? How gorgeous are you looking? A good example to other people, a good mother, a good auntie, a good brother, a good sister. That kind of energy. It's a very, very beautiful energy, and I've got two very, very psychic people here. I really, really have. But again, with the overall energy being that King of Wands, it's very, very magical. I'm almost getting this, maybe some things hidden under the surface between you, and I'm getting two people who aren't exactly being honest with each other. That's the energy. But with the overall energy is communication. The overall outcome, is communication, and what a beautiful, beautiful thing. And maybe there's been a toss-up between, maybe you've been wondering if this is your significant other, if it's your twin, if it's your soulmate, but there may be other people on the scene, but nonetheless, one of them has a key to your heart. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm getting this reading is actually about that other person, and not you, darling, but let's go a little bit deeper. Let's see if we can clarify all this. Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters, can we clarify this gorgeous spread we got here today for our gorgeous Aries, star sign Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus? Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters, can we clarify that beautiful star card? We could be dealing with an Aquarius here with that star card, but don't take that as gospel. Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters, any further truth? Can we clarify, please, that dream? You know, I think your significant other has been dreaming about you. We have got the Five of Coins, the Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody you've already met, darlings. It really, really is. This person is in separation from you. Then you're not together at the moment. With this Five of Pentacles energy, you're apart from each other. I'm getting here this other person, or maybe you, darlings, but I'm actually getting, it's the masculine side of this relationship who is very, very insecure, and then just not coming in from the cold. I'm almost getting, it's almost a self-imposed separation. They've deliberately separated themselves from you, and with the Knight of Swords to follow that in reverse, they don't intend to take any action to come towards you. Unfortunately, yes, there's love in the air, but I'm sensing because of this conflict we see with that Five of Swords that comes later on, they're not taking any action towards you. And they're just not giving. They're not prepared to give to this relationship anymore here in the 3D. With that Six of Pentacles energy, there's just no giving. They're just putting absolutely no input into the relationship. Like you perhaps, Aries, are putting a lot into this. Maybe you're mirroring this other person, maybe neither of you. But this other person, this significant other in your life, is not prepared to put any investment into you whatsoever. Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters, can we clap? They're not coming forward. They're really, really, it's almost like they want to be separated from you. We've got the Page of Swords and the Eight of Cups to clarify that. How gorgeous is that? Okay, now this other person has been watching you, or you're watching them, one way or the other. But with this Page of Swords energy, they do have admiring eyes for you. And I'm almost getting, are you jealous of them, Aries? I'm getting here, Aries, that you're actually jealous of them. And I think this is you watching them, to be honest. I think you've been watching them, and I'm getting a jealous energy between you both. But with that Eight of Cups, I can see you or this other person are actually walking away from each other. I think it's something, and maybe it's too intense for you both, because we know when we're dealing with twin flames, deep soulmate connection, it's such a, it's honestly, because you move into a giddy vortex, and it's like, is this real? Is this real? And I'm sensing here the separation is not good enough, and I think this other person is actually walking away from you, perhaps to avoid the conflict that we see coming up. Now, if they're walking away, let's pull another card, because if they're walking away from you, they must be walking towards something. Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters, can we clarify that? 8 of Cups, please, for a gorgeous, gorgeous Aries today, star sign Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Any further truths with that 8 of Cups? I think I'm almost getting it. It's almost like, do you know what they've had enough. They don't want to quarrel with you anymore. They don't want to be so abrasive. I'm sensing two people, when you come together, you're quite abrasive with each other for some reason. And I'm getting jealousy, and I'm actually getting it's you that's jealous, Aries. I really, really am. Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters, can we clarify, please? Yeah, and of course, love doesn't envy. Maybe this is not a true love situation. Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters. Nonetheless, it is a love situation of some description. Oh, wow, we've got the 2 of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is actually good. Yeah, perhaps I was wrong there. Rewind that a little bit. This person has a blocked heart chakra. They're walking away from you and they're deliberately shutting you out. Oh, nope, I'm not playing. I'm not in love with you. I don't want to get involved. This person has shut their heart off to you. This is why they're not investing. They're not investing those heart energies into you anymore, darling. And they're walking away with a blocked heart chakra. But that's their fault. They've got to deal with that. But the beautiful thing is, they're also walking into this 8 of Coins energy. So they might well be trying to get your attention. This other person is working on themselves. And I'm getting here that they're producing the best work that they can. And I think they're almost going, I'm over here. I've walked away, but I'm still here, That's the energy I'm getting with those cards, darling. They're actually for their own good. But this other person, you might want to pray for your significant other here, because if they do have a blocked heart chakra there, which I'm sensing, it's just, they're shut off to anything to do with you. But they are working on themselves. They could be working on their own chakras. They could be working on their own mission in life, whatever that happens to be if they're a twin. But nonetheless, this person is, in some respects, it's almost a deliberate blockage. They've deliberately blocked you, don't want anything to do with you anymore. But I'm sensing not because they don't love you, darling. I'm getting because it's too intense. It's just a very, very intense, almost like two souls coming together, like, and they just can't, get away from me. It's too intense. It's just a too intense a feeling. But we know there is going to be a new beginning here for you. Here. And this other person too. But there is going to be further conflict, unfortunately, with that 5 of Swords. Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters. Things have come full circle with you. I'm getting a deliberate separation, almost like you're completely avoiding it, which isn't actually a bad idea. We've got the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Swords to clarify that. Yeah, it's not making them happy. They want a new beginning with you. They want a fresh start. But with that conflict energy, they sense there's going to be more conflict with you, and it's become burdensome. I'm sensing the burden. They're burdened with the depth of this love that they have for you. They do have a lot of love for you, darling, but it's such a burden. It's almost like they're choosing the easy option. And we know when we walk that spiritual path, it's... But it's not easy to walk a spiritual path and to keep that spirit. It is not easy. And I'm almost getting that your significant other is being a little bit lazy, darling, and not taking the responsibility as part of a twin flame or a soulmate dynamic. And unfortunately, they're very, very preoccupied with you. And of course, despite the fact they've been dreaming about you, despite the fact they've deliberately, absolutely... It's almost sabotage. It really is. It's almost like they've sabotaged this relationship because they just can't handle your power, darling. Because you are shining so brightly, and I'm just getting the divine masculine who's not quite up to your standards. But they will catch up, hopefully. And they are preoccupied and can't stop thinking. They just cannot get you out of their head. I lost my head over you. This other person in your life is absolutely distraught to be away from you, and they cannot stop thinking about you. But again, if they're doing this 8 of Pentacles energy we see here, they know they've got to concentrate on themselves, because we know we're never going to find true love, darlings, while we're concentrating and projecting negative energies onto another person. Now I'm getting here with that 5 of Swords underneath. They may well have sabotaged a future with a good future with you. We do see that Sun card of good future, but they may well have sabotaged this, deliberately sabotaged it for some reason. I'm actually getting two of you are really quite insecure about each other. Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters, the love is there, no doubt, because we do see that King and Queen of Cups there and that King of Wands is the overall energy. But I'm getting here, you're just not communicating because you're out in the cold. You're separated from each other. Holy Spirit, sending Masters, can we clarify, please? The Five of Swords for our gorgeous, gorgeous Aries today. Star sign Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's almost a tempestuous release. Oh, look at that. Well, this is what they've sabotaged. They've sabotaged the Two of Cups and the Seven of Coins with you. Well, it's fool them, darling, because what they've sabotaged is a true love. It's true love between you and this other person. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm getting here. They've spent too much time watching over, waiting for results. Almost like, oh, when are we going to harvest? When are we going to come together? How much longer? And this is what they've sabotaged, darling. They've sabotaged that love you have for them. And because they're so busy waiting for results, they're not trusting in the Lord. They're not trusting in the universe. They're really not, because they're so busy waiting around to see how you will respond to what they're doing. That's a weird concoction there. And they've actually sabotaged you, darling, and they've certainly missed out on you, Aries, because you, darling, you seem to be doing all the right things. I'm getting your energies are good, but this other person is just very, very lackluster and just not and they've sabotaged a beautiful beginning with a beautiful new beginning with you. They really have, and now they wish they hadn't. They really do. And they're wondering how it's going to go. How can we possibly fix this? It's a conflicting situation. 1 minute you're madly in love with each other, the next minute you're clashing. It's almost like there's a metaphysical battle going on between you both. Holy Spirit, sending Masters, can we clarify, please? The King of Cups, he's a gorgeous character. And maybe, you know, he is going to the Eight of Pentacles there. He is going to work on himself or herself. Whatever, change sexes as you see fit. Holy Spirit, sending Masters, can we clarify, please? The King of Cups, that fell gently next to my little slippers there. Oh, well, this character is very, very intuitive. He's got the energy. And, you know, the King of Cups, who's already psychic, with that High Priestess energy, I'm thinking this person is maybe not listening to their intuition. You know, if you love somebody, it's in your heart. You know, this person's all up in their head about you, darling. I'm not surprised because you're gorgeous, Aries, aren't you, just? But this other person is starting to develop intuitive sort of skills. The third eye could be opening for some of you, or for both of you, especially be twins or soulmates. You could both be developing some third eye activation going on there, so you might want to do some work on that. But be careful, because third eye activation, to me, it's not given to people who would use that irresponsibly, because the power of the mind can be very, very powerful. And if this person is holding a grudge against you, they could be projecting negative energies onto you, Aries, so be very, very careful. You must protect yourself from any incoming energies that you feel, any sort of nastiness you feel coming from your significant other there. It could be them projecting. I don't think they're doing it deliberately. You know, if they're sat all glum and frowning, oh, like this, oh, I'm not in love with you, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. You know, if they're projecting that onto you, that is really unfair of them. But nonetheless, if they are developing those third eye activation things, it shows to me that the third eye is opening and they are going to develop as a spiritual person. Holy Spirit, sending Masters, can we clarify? The Queen of Cups, this is you, darling. This is your energies, male or female. Change roles if you see fit, or change genders. This could be a vice versa reading for some of you. If you're a male, just swap the roles over here. But I think it's something like 89–90% of my viewers are female, according to the algorithm. Holy Spirit said, oh, well, it's you. You want a new beginning too. Oh, that's gorgeous. The light's going to be shed on your own spiritual skills, I think. So continue working on yourself, darling. You do have this prosperity and this new, whether it's with this person or not, and with the Sun card, it's the happiest card in the day. I'm getting it's you, darling, that's very happy with your situation, but it's this divine masculine, this masculine figure. I'm almost getting he's digging his heels, thinking, oh, I don't want to play, I'm not playing anymore. Holy Spirit, sending Masters, can we have another card, please, with regards to that Sun card, Holy Spirit? Yeah, it's deliberate sabotage, this. It really, really is. And I don't think it's you, darling. I think you've been open and honest with this person all along. But they're just pulling back. They're pulling back their energies. They don't want to know. But it's because they're not as spiritually advanced as you. Holy Spirit, sending Masters, can we clarify, please? That Sun card, please. What's this new beginning all about? And and of course, the Sun card coming twice. We've got the Knight of Coins in reverse and the Three of Swords. Oh dear. I don't think this is going to end well. This other person is not as wealthy as you, darling. They're inactive financially. They're not, if they're on mission, then maybe they're not making the money they need to, but this person needs to be a little bit more assertive when it comes to finances. I'm getting actually somebody who is a little broke pocket. They've not got a lot of money and it's making them insecure towards you. But it could be you, darlings, who's not actually financially, but I'm getting it's the other person. But be careful. There's going to be more hurt. I don't think it's an end to this relationship. I'm really not getting that because I am getting a strong connection, but there's going to be more heartbreak, unfortunately, darling. Heartbreak for you and heartbreak for them. I think you're heartbroken that they've sabotaged this relationship and they've left you wondering why, and you're very, very hurt. And I think there's a lot. This needs some dialogue. And as I've just said that, I've realised it needs dialogue. You two need to communicate. You really, really do. And this is the Ace of Wands, of course, is all about communication. Now, communication, of course, we know, if your spirits are balanced, we know that communication can be done at a metaphysical level. And if the significant other, or you, darling, is frowning and pouting and wanting their own way, you're going to reflect that energy and project that energy onto each other. So be careful what you think. If you love this person, think good of them. Open up the heart. But the Divine Masculine here has certainly got a blocked heart. But this is the key to the situation. This is the key. Pick a key. I'm picking the key of communication. This needs dialogue. This needs talk. You two really do need to talk and iron out your differences. Now, I'm getting here, Divine Masculine is not quite developed as you, as a Divine Feminine. So let's get a little bit more information. With these Divine Masculine cards, Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters, any messages, please, about this significant other? What's it all about? He's broke your heart, darling. He's broke your heart because he's sabotaged the situation. But bear in mind, this person loves you very much. We can see that already. The energies with this reading are too strong already, and I think they've deliberately set out to hurt you in quite a nasty, devious kind of way. And I'm getting that this is what this Divine Masculine's done to you, darling, and shame on him. But nonetheless, he's done it because he's shut off his heart. Nit. De nada, nothing, nada, absolutely nothing. He's not prepared to invest in this relationship because it's in a vortex. I think that he is not used to. Or she, darlings. Holy Spirit and Masters. Whoa, there we go. 3 cards came very, very quickly as I'm chit-chatting away there. Yeah. Blinkered, see? The blinkered. Didn't I mention jealousy? And I'm actually getting some jealousy. There's some jealousy between you two, and it's something that needs to be ironed out. Lack of imagination, no vision, tunnel vision. Yeah, didn't I say? Because they're projecting those energies onto you, and it must make you feel so uncomfortable when your Divine Masculine is projecting these nasty energies onto you, just because you don't live up to their expectations or whatever. It's such a shame, but nonetheless, there is some good, because we do have to iron out these creases when we come into relationships. This other person is, didn't we say, with that King of Cups and the High Priestess together there. Nonetheless, despite the fact they're messing up at the moment, this person is a light worker, here to help raise consciousness of humanity to ground the new light codes. Absolutely gorgeous. This is a twin flame, definitely, to raise the consciousness of humanity. Wow, this is a twin flame energy. This is your twin, darling. I really do think so, but it's a Divine Masculine that's not quite as developed as you are. Because I think they're getting wrapped up in the romance of the situation. We know twin flames, it's not about romance, it's not about love, it's not about snogging and shagging and all that kind of thing. It's all about mission to God. But not, see, a spiritual person, raised consciousness, in touch with intuition, receives divine guidance. Yeah, this is a very, very blessed Divine Masculine. You might want to pray for him, darling. Yeah, the High Priestess there. Receives divine guidance. He could be a tarot reader, an oracle, some kind of a spiritual person in your life, darling. Whether he's a Reiki healer or maybe a natural healer, but something like that. But this person, Divine Masculine, is becoming aware of the situation. Now, let's put aside, because we've got a lot of head energies there, a lot of conflict going on between you both. Let's have some messages from the heart, some beautiful heart messages with these teeny tiny cards. Flames of Truth from Angelic Revelations 144. Holy Spirit, Ascending Masters, can we have any messages from her? There's 2. Oh no, there's 3, but I'll take those 3. I think 3's enough. Okay, I love these because, oh wow, I didn't say jealous. They're jealous of you, or you're jealous of them. I am jealous. I admit it. You attract lots of attention, and I feel intimidated by this, didn't I say? And I'm actually getting that's your energy. I think it's you who's jealous of them, but it could be the other way around. Jealousy, it has no place. It really, really doesn't. And this is something you're going to have to learn to trust each other. And of course, with that Two of Swords energy, that is so distrustful. They don't trust you. I think you may have had calls in the past and this person just does not trust you. They really, really don't. And it's because of jealousy. Well, that's something they're going to have to deal with because you are all right on your own as you are, Aries. You're doing good. I want us to go out on dates together and have fun. I long to be seen with you in public. Absolutely gorgeous. You two work together as a team. When you iron out these differences, you need to talk. You've got to talk. It just needs dialogue. Dialogue is so much needed between each other. But I'm thinking here, they want a fresh start with you on neutral ground. And I think maybe if you're both on mission, maybe some time away just to chit chat with each other, have a date with them. And in this day of the vid and all that kind of thing, it may be a date over the internet or something. But this definitely needs some dialogue. It really, really does. I know that my silence has been deadly. Well, it serves them right, darling. They shouldn't have sabotaged this relationship between you. It's their own fault. They put themselves out in the cold. They really, really have. I killed our special connection through being paralysed in fear. Now, didn't I say that earlier on? It's only because it's not that they don't love you, darling. It's not that they don't appreciate the good Lord and the good work that they have to do. They are just so scared. And this card is almost this card to me here. This is the Eight of Swords. I know that my silence has been deadly. I killed our special connection through being paralysed in fear. Yeah, because it's scary. They're moving into a new paradigm possibly with you, and it's such a giddy world. I'm almost getting, they don't feel it's almost, they get the feeling this is too good to be true, and that's why they've shut their heart off. Let's get a few more messages, please. With the waiting game cards here, we know there's been some kind of separation here. Let's have a look, see if we can have got some more definite. Yeah, oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah, they need space to develop. I need space. They need space to develop away from you. So maybe at the moment, you may well clash heads if you come together at the moment, but they need time to think. And maybe you two, darling. And separation is always a beautiful thing in the long run because the bull never know the use of its tail till the butcher cut it off. Of course. They didn't miss you. They didn't realise how much they loved you until you were gone. Surprise engagement. Well, that would be pushing it a little bit. I think it needs dialogue, but you two, destined to be. I think it's penciled in the stars there, and I think you and your heart knows that you two love each other so much, despite the fact this relationship is very stormy. It's very, very tempestuous. Okay, darlings, I'm going to leave it at that for today. Beautiful reading. I enjoyed that so much. Yeah. Dialogue's needed. We need to talk, darling. We need to talk. You do. You two need to talk, darling. You really, really do. And I'm hoping those lines of communication, but don't worry, they broke your heart. They might break your heart again, but such is the beauty of LOVE, love. If any of you out there would like a personal reading, don't hesitate to send me an email on dragondarren6446@gmail.com. But in the meantime, I love you so much, Aries. I really do. God bless, darlings. Bye-bye.